If you want to put an end to war and most problems, depression, unemployment, what you eventually must do, you got to bring the whole world together as one nation. And you have to declare all the Earth's resources as the common heritage of all the world's people. If you don't do that, you'll have the same problems over and over again. War, depression, etc. It takes the youngsters to say, what's the greatest country in the world? The youngsters should have the slightest idea. This country, this is the greatest country in the world. And God's on our side. Every country does that. And so you got a bunch of pinheads all over the world responding to these mechanisms of control. If you had a free society, you couldn't get people to go to war. If you had an intelligent type of upbringing amongst children, they would say there must be many other ways of solving problems other than killing people. Now here they take a group of scientists and engineers and they work on flying machines. You give them a flying machine, they use it to bomb cities. You give them dynamite, which can be used for many different purposes, and they use it to blast people to pieces. So how can a person be scientific if they have allegiance to their country rather than to the earth and everyone on it and the intelligent use of resources? This would be a scientist.
You believe that we teach competition, that it's not bred into some...
Competition is dangerous, socially offensive, considered right and normal because you are brought up to that value system. What kind of competition did Jesus have? What kind of competition is there in your body? Suppose your brain said, I'm the most important organ, and the liver said, I am, and I want to go a free enterprise system. You'd rot away in a month if every organ of your body went out for itself.
You use all your energy to make things better. If I take my kids out on a picnic and it's raining, I go back, but I don't say, damn the weather. I don't condemn the things I can't change. And if you do that, you hurt yourself too much.
It's not like I have a choice, I can decide for myself.
So what we would do in the future is do a global survey first of what the carrying capacity of the Earth is. The carrying capacity means how many people can live on Earth. But if you produce more people than the Earth can carry, you'll have territorial disputes, killing, robbery. If few nations control most of the Earth's resources, you're going to have trouble. It's got to wind up with territorial disputes. So I'm trying to tell you something. We must join together with all nations, take care of the Earth together and one another. The Venus Project doesn't solve all problems. It's just a hell of a lot better than what we've got. We don't seek perfection or utopia or anything like that. We know the world can be far better. So if you want a better world, you have to get up off your ass and make it better. Whatever happens is real. What you think should have happened is unreal, and that's what hurt you. So the world really should not disappoint you. If you understand where it's at, it just takes time, and the realization of that does not produce frustration. I learned very early, this is a major technique, not to seek public approval. This will put you down right away. When you work for the approval of others, you sacrifice what you would call creativity. You sacrifice original thinking. In other words, people say, let go. When problems become too tense, learn how to let go. But the finance company doesn't let go. They remind you that you have a debt. The landlord doesn't let go. When you have a disease and you can't afford to treat it, you can't afford medical care, you can't let go and let things go away. No, you become ill and unable to get around, unable to support yourself.
If you can barely understand what it is I'm trying to say in this short period of time,
this shit's got to go. If you tell people how the Venus Project attempts to solve problems, what their approach is. If you don't know how to talk that way, look at thevenusproject.com. If you leave here and do nothing, I can assure you nothing will happen.